Hello and welcome to the 29th episode of the Python tutorial series. As you can see from the title, today will be a shorter tutorial about raising exceptions. Last week, we learned how to handle unwanted exceptions, so make sure to check that video out if you haven't yet done so. I'll leave a link to it in the top right-hand corner of your screen and in the video description. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming tutorials, Python challenges, and Q&A sessions. Returning to the topic for today, you might ask yourself, if exceptions are so bad we want to avoid them, why should I ever want to raise an exception? Well, the simple answer is that exceptions help to prevent your code from breaking. Let's look at an example. If we look at this code, we can see that it calculates the area of a circle for a given radius. But what happens if we give it a negative radius? For example, we could write calc circle of -5. Well, the code will still give us an answer, but an area for a circle with a negative radius makes no sense. So this would be the ideal place to raise an exception. For example, we could write if radius is greater or equal to 0, then we run our code as normal. Else, we can raise a value error where we can say, for example, the radius of a circle cannot be negative. Now, if we run our code by pressing the F5 key, we can type calc circle of 5, and we can see that it gives us the correct value. But instead, if we say calc circle of -5, then we can see that it correctly raises our value error and gives us a feedback message that says the radius of the circle cannot be negative. Raising exceptions can be very useful if you have a complex piece of code which performs many calculations. If you raise an error in the correct places, you can prevent any incorrect calculations from taking place. I should also state that the comment we added when we raised the value error is entirely optional, but it is nice to provide some feedback for the user. With that, we have now come to the end of our brief tutorial on how to raise exceptions. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and share this video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other video. If you feel like putting your coding skills to the test, then make sure to check out my Python challenges by clicking on the banner in the top right-hand corner of your screen or on the link in the video description. If you missed any of my previous tutorials, you can check those out too in the banner up above or in the video description. As always, I look forward to seeing you next week for a new and exciting video. And until then, happy coding!